Okay, first of all, thank you, class, for the opportunity to be part of NF Young Patient Academy, and also for the invitation to present the NF Patient Academy to the annual conference. So, NF Young Patient Academy took place on July until September 2020. And the program was online meetings, unfortunately due to COVID-19. And the goal was to educating young NF ambassadors. The participants had age 16 up to 29 years old. And the skills that a participant need to have to participated in the NF Young Patient Academy was, of course, willingness and speak English. And of course, the academy was free of charge. So as I said before, it was online webinars, include 9 modules. Also, the participants had to do autonomous work, like a small test, and gave feedback and reflections to the module presentations. You can see in the picture on the right, the online tool for the communication and the workplace during our academy, and until now we are unable to future exchange and collaboration and in this tool. And at the end of the academy, all the participants who attended to the most of meetings and do the individual group, the academy gave them a diploma. The number of academy participants was 9, and it will be for Netherlands, Greece, Cyprus, Austria, Italy, Russia, and Turkey. You can see on the left one of our meetings on Zoom platform, and on the right our diploma in the end of the NF Academy. So the first module called Getting Started was by class, and it was a test run that making sure everybody is familiar with the webinar software, and also to get to know each other with a small presentation for ourselves, and also learning about the detailed agenda, the speakers, and about the goal of the NF Academy. The module 2 was about patient advocacy. It was by Karina Snyder, and Karina did the introduction to patient advocacy, share the organizational aspects, the scope of patient advocacy, and we learned the important stakeholders in neurofibromatosis field, and we learned also the best practice patient advocacy for children and young cancer patients. The module 3 was a very important module called NF Clinical Science. Presenter was the Dr. Azizi, and we have a medical introduction into neurofibromatosis type 1, type 2 schwannomatosis, and also we learned the state-of-the-art treatments and the latest developments in research. The module 4 was a psychosocial dimension of neurofibromatosis by Dr. Thomas Plechko. It was an introduction in the psychological aspects of neurofibromatosis type 1 and type 2 and schwannomatosis, and about diagnostic treatment and the state-of-the-art research. The module 5 class presents us the patient involvement in research, which was an overview of medicine development process And we learned the relation between academia and industry about research and development, and the role of different stakeholders, and why should patients have to be involved with all this. And as you can see on the scheme, academia, industry, patients, and regulators have to work together to have decent results. And the module 6, we talk about fundraising and awareness. Claudia was a breast cancer survivor, and she has her own platform. She's an influencer, and she said us about the principles of fundraising. On the module 7, we talk about lifestyle and neurofibromatosis, and Dr. Bernhard Franklin told us different tips about our nutrition and exercise, and how it affects our health, and how we can be on a more healthy lifestyle. And also Svienya talk about her patient organization, the Vienna Pink Dragons, as you can see in the picture on the right. An organization that include breast cancer survivors and their love from sports, especially in paddle. On the module 8, psychologist Marlene talks to us about living and coping with neurofibromatosis. We talk about resilience, self-awareness, our worries about the future, the uncertain future, and of course the stigma. And we learned how to be more optimized and be more acceptance with our condition, and how to we can be more able to find solutions and think more positive. And at the last module, the Young NF Ambassadors group, we written down a position paper, then declaration of NF young patients, that we mention our rights and what do we need from stakeholders and health professionals and for the people. And this module was presented by Alicia and class. And also we discussed the future steps for our young patient group. And let's move on the feedback. The most important topics for participants were the NF clinic and science, psychosociological dimension, and living and coping with neurofibromatosis. And that is showing us that the emotional well-being is very important for young NF patients. And also participants gave a very positive feedback, like the academy motivates me to be more open to talk about neurofibromatosis. NF Academy helps me to increase my knowledge of what is neurofibromatosis, its effectiveness, and how I can deal with my condition. And I wish to meet in person for the next time. The outcomes and the future steps, Melpo Pittara from Cyprus, me, start founding a patient organization and NF Cyprus with support of the NF Patient United member, Live with NF from Greece, and then of course the NF Patient United. Here you can see our logo. And at this point, I would like to say a big thank you to class for brought me in touch with Lambrini, the president of for Live with NF from Greece, and of course to Lambrini because he got me in touch with other Cypriot neurofibromatosis patients. And also, of course, the participants for the academy stay in contact for the changes, and we have a monthly meeting to share our news and work on the final position paper. And that is, thank you for your attention.